If you keep telling yourself that you are going to start working out one day, but you just don't have time for it now, the longer you put it off, the shorter your life is. The longer you keep smoking, the less life you are giving yourself. The longer you keep abusing alcohol, the less life you are going to have left. So all you have to do is start. Welcome to the VetRise Podcast. I'm your host, Juan Perez. My goal is to make success after service accessible to every veteran in society. I believe in the power of leveraging your service, not as a label that defines you, but as a launching pad for your next chapter. What we have been doing has not been working, and it's on us to start changing the culture. Enjoy the episode, and thank you for your time. You don't need permission to chase your dreams. You don't have to wait till someone gives you the green light. You don't have to wait until all the stars line up perfectly for you, because they're not going to. And I think you know this. I think deep down inside, you know that the stars will never align perfectly for you. I think you understand that you have to take action on your dreams now. If you have been living your life just waiting for something to line up perfectly for you to be able to actually follow through with your dreams, you're going to be waiting for a very long time. I am a firm believer that you should not spend time doing something that you hate. Now, hate is a strong word, but I think deep down inside, there are definitely things in life that we hate. If you have to spend time at a job because it is paying the bills, because it is going to help you get that certification that you need. If you're spending time doing something because it's something that you need to do right now, fine. Let that be part of the process. But have an end state in mind. Understand that it's not forever. Understand that it's not permanent. And you better have a plan of how you are going to exit. You have to have an exit strategy. But I am a firm believer that if you are living your life and you are just living day to day, and you keep telling yourself that one day you will be able to do what you want, that day is never going to come. That day is going to be something that you just dream about, but it's never going to happen. You have to make your dreams a reality. You have to start taking action on it. Now, does it have to be the massive action? Maybe yes. Maybe no. Maybe it just needs to be you following through with something that you said you're going to do. It needs to be measurable. If you keep telling yourself that you are going to start working out one day, but you just don't have time for it now, the longer you put it off, the shorter your life is. The longer you keep smoking, the less life you are giving yourself. The longer you keep abusing alcohol, the less life you are going to have left. So all you have to do is start. And maybe it does have to be massive action. Maybe it does have to be that you throw away all the junk food in your pantry. Maybe it does have to be that you completely just pour all of the alcohol in your house down the sink. Maybe you do have to get that expensive gym membership, because then maybe you will take it seriously. Or maybe it just means buying a pair of dumbbells and actually just doing something in the garage. The reason I believe that going all in and spending a little bit of money and maybe hiring a coach or joining a mentorship program, the reason I believe that it has benefit is because what you pay for, you will pay attention to. What you pay for, you will pay attention to. Too many times we tell ourselves, I can't afford this. If the IRS came knocking on your door tomorrow and they told you that you owe them $3,000, otherwise they're going to seize your assets, you are going to find a way to come up with those $3,000, because we take the IRS seriously. Yet we keep saying that I can't afford the gym membership. I can't afford to eat healthy. I can't afford to join that coaching program that I wanted to join for a long time, but I keep saying, oh, next year or next summer. You can't afford not to. We only have one life. And the longer you put stuff off, the longer you tell yourself, I can't do it now, the less seriously you take yourself. The more likely you are to fail because you start to lose trust in yourself. You start to lose confidence. Life is not about living every single day perfectly. It's about making sure that every single day is the best day that you can make it. I wake up every day and I tell myself today is going to be the best day ever. And I really believe that. I subscribe to that idea. That is my mindset. A lot of people just throw that word around, mindset. But what does it really mean? It means that you have set your mind. Your mind is set to a certain belief system, a certain way of living life, a certain way of telling yourself that this is what it is. And I believe that every single day is the best day of my life. And I live life that way. I really do. Because if you keep waiting for something to line up for you, for things to work out, for someone to give you permission to go after your dreams, it's never going to happen. And before you know it, it's been 5 years, 10 years, and you look back and you make up all these bullshit fucking reasons of why you didn't do what you said you were going to do. Oh, well, I always wanted to start my business, but just the economy. Or you know what, I really wanted to do this, but I had to take care of my family. Are you really fucking telling me that your family is the reason you failed at something? Yes, I'm coming at you. I am being very serious right now. Because your family needs to be the reason why you go after your dreams. Because your kids, they watch you. They learn from you. They pay attention to what you do. They see whether you are stuffing your face with McDonald's and sitting on the couch for hours and sneaking off to have a cigarette and drinking a beer every night, or they see that you are on the treadmill getting your 10,000 steps in, going to the gym and working out, spending time in the kitchen and actually making healthy foods, not sneaking away to have a cigarette, deciding that you're going to have a bedtime routine with them and spending time with them, knowing that you're going to be around for a much longer time. Your partner, they married someone who had ambitions, who had dreams. Why do you think marriages fail? Because we lose ourselves. We tell ourselves, well, I am married. I guess I can just settle now. You no longer feel like you have to have a fire under you to create the best version of yourself, because what is the end state of society, right? What do they sell you on? Getting married, having kids, buying a house, and then what? Working until you retire, making money for somebody else, and then you can enjoy your life after you're 65 years old? That's bullshit. You should not only become more ambitious, but you should realize that you are the leader of your family. Whether you're a man or woman, be the right type of partner. Be the type of partner that someone wants to be with. Those ambitions that they fell in love with, that person that you were, you should continue to strive to be a better version of that every single day. Because when you slow down, when you tell yourself, I'm happy and everything is fine, what happens then? You become complacent. And what do we know about complacency? Complacency kills. Complacency is the reason why missions fail, why businesses fold, why relationships end, why you tell yourself that you are miserable, because you became complacent. You became complacent. You should be blissfully unsatisfied. You should be happy with where you are at, but you should know that you want more, and you should go after it with everything that you have. Everything. I am telling you that if you are listening to this right now and you have that dream that you've been wanting to just take on, whether it's getting in shape finally, or starting your business, or quitting your job, or starting or maybe even ending a relationship that you're in, or ending a friendship, whatever it is that you know you need to do for yourself to get to that next level, do it. Do it. Go into the fire. Go into the fire. The only way through it is through it. You will grow from it. It's going to be hard. It's going to be challenging. But do you remember how good it feels to be challenged? Do you remember how amazing it feels to be able to accomplish something that most people can't accomplish? You've done it before. You can do it again. The military was not the highlight of your life. It was one chapter. And somehow, for some reason, you feel like now you can just chill. But yet we complain about society. We complain about how things are miserable. We complain about this and that, but we don't do anything about it. You have to do something about it. When I was younger, I got married. And I thought that I had to. Because society sells you on this idea that you have to get married, you have to get engaged, you have to buy a house, you have to work that 9 to 5, and then you can retire. I always had that entrepreneurial spirit, that entrepreneurial bug inside of me. I always knew that I wanted to have my own business. I knew that I wanted more from life. And it took me a while to get to where I'm at right now. I've known this since I left the military when I was 23. It's been over a decade. And I'm starting now. I started a year and a half ago. It doesn't mean that it's too late for me. It means that right now, I understand how serious this is, that I have to take it that much more seriously. It means that now, there's no room for error. There is no room to play. There is no room to be complacent. There's no time for me to waste. Every second counts. Every moment matters. All right, let's stop for a minute. This is the part of the episode where I ask you to do me a favor. But it's not a favor for me. It's a favor for your fellow brothers and sisters that served with you. If you know someone that has been struggling, if you know someone that has been going through it right now, and you know that they want better for their life, they just don't know how to do it, please share this episode with them. It might just be exactly what they need. That's it. That's my only ask. If you want to subscribe, I appreciate you. Thank you for your time. Back to the episode. You have to take it seriously. The older you get, believe it or not, I believe the quicker you can actually get to where you want to be, because we understand the seriousness of it. A lot of people think that you have to start in your 20s. And if you do, great. More power to you. But just because you are in your 30s, just because you've been at the job that you've been at for 10 years and you think that, well, I have to do another 10 so I can retire. Just because you are unhappy in your marriage, just because you never launched your business or your podcast, or because you have gained 50 pounds, it doesn't mean that you can't turn the tide. It doesn't mean that you can't change the trajectory of your life. It is never too late. It is never too late. You have to not only remember that, but you have to believe that with every bone inside of you. Too many people look at the world and they will make up reasons of why someone is more successful than them, why someone else was able to get ahead and they weren't. Whatever situation they tell themselves they were in, they give all the power to it of why their situation was unmanageable. Why their situation is the reason why they couldn't. I completely disagree with that. My situation that I am in right now is the reason why I will succeed. The divorce I'm going through, the loss that I experienced in my life of what I thought was going to be this and now it's not. The fact that I'm leaving a job that pays well to launch my business. The fact that I take time to record these podcasts. The fact that I actually started my own company a year and a half ago, VetRise Academy, and I have employees. I have responsibilities. The fact that I know that I am going to do something about this. I could easily resign myself to the idea that this is my life, and I could easily stay at a job that no longer aligns with who I am anymore, and just tell myself, well, this is the reason why I have to just live this way. I refuse. Because how can I do that and still tell myself that today is the best day ever? Those two don't align with each other. My mindset is different than that. One day my son will grow up and he will look at me and he will ask me about my life. And I refuse to tell him that the reason why I couldn't go after my dreams is because I wanted to make sure that him and his sister were okay. How negligent is that? How irresponsible? How just completely, utterly of a failure is that? Like, really? And you may disagree. You may tell yourself, well, I have to make sure my kids are all right. Yes, you do. Yes, exactly. And if you are not all right, how do you think that they are going to be all right? They're not. They look to you for guidance, for answers. They watch you. And if you are living a life that you consider to be subpar to what you know you could do, that is what you are teaching them. That is what you are instilling in them. That is what you are passing on to them. Generational. It's generational. And if that is something that your parents passed off to you, then do something about it. Thank them for every lesson that they taught you and gave you, but be proud of the fact that you know you can create a different life for yourself. You can live life differently. And that is what it's all about. Choice, decisions, commitments, devotion, dedication, discipline. These are not just buzzwords. These are things that you have to live by. Everybody thinks that discipline is the ultimate thing that you need in order to accomplish something. I disagree. I think that discipline comes eventually, but I think you have to have devotion first. You have to have a strong why of why you know that you should wake up at 4 a.m. to get your workout done. Why you know that you have to stop buying alcohol because you are spending so much money and you are destroying your body. Of why you have to quit smoking. You have to be devoted to change. It has to be powerful. And as you do it, as you wake up at 4 a.m, because you are devoted to teaching your kids that there is a different way of living life, to being the right type of partner, to creating the life that you want for yourself, the discipline will come. The discipline will show up. But it doesn't start there. It doesn't. It's hard. Even if you were in the military, we know this. Yes, eventually we get to a point where we just wake up automatically and we do what we have to do, but we didn't start there. Why do you think we'd go through boot camp? To break you down. We become indoctrinated in the belief system that the military has. And that was necessary. But yet we get out, and then we have nothing that is as powerful as the military was for us back then to be the reason why we are devoted to actually doing something with our life now. And that to me is a shame. That to me is a shame because we deserve to live life to our fullest. You should not wait until you get permission to go after your dreams. The stars will never align. The planets will never shift. Things will never be perfect for you. You're not going to hit the lottery. There will never be more time. In fact, you are losing time. Because imagine where you would be 1 year from now if you actually started today. A lot farther than you would be 1 year from now if you kept telling yourself, oh, I'll start next year. Because next year, guess what? There will be other situations that arise. Life will continue to be stressful. And as life gets stressful, when you start committing to change, you can handle that stress a lot easier because you are working out, because you understand the power of delayed gratification, because you are healthier, because you have experienced less brain fog, because you have more energy, because you're actually sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night, because you are fucking taking care of yourself. It doesn't happen magically. Nobody is going to come and flip a switch for you. It has to be internal. Stop looking for all these external validations or all this external permission. If you are deciding right now, right here, as you listen to this, that you are a man or a woman of action, then do it. But you can easily just go about your day and just tell yourself, yeah, I like this. Oh, one day or tomorrow. We both know that you have told yourself that before. And unless you do something about this, unless you actually pull over and make a commitment, whether it's recording a video, reminding yourself of why you are going to follow through with this, or just making a real commitment to yourself and establishing a timeline of when you are going to quit your job or of when you are going to start your business and actually follow through with it, information without implementation is just noise. I believe in you. I believe in you. I need you to start believing in yourself. Thank you for your time. Now, go out there and do something about this. And that brings us to the end of another episode of the VetRise Podcast. If today's episode inspired you, made you think, or simply gave you hope, I have a small favor to ask. Share it with just one veteran or someone you think could benefit from my message. Your share could light a spark for them. You don't know who you might save. For more insights and to join our mission, follow my socials at JP, the Veteran Coach, and explore how we can rise together. Thank you for joining us, for being part of this journey, and for believing in the power of rising together. Until next time, keep pushing forward, keep rising, and never forget that we are stronger together. My name is Juan Perez, and thank you for your time.